In April 1986, an explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant released more radioactive material into the environment than any accident in human history. Thousands of people fled. An area roughly the size of Yosemite National Park was declared unfit for human life and sealed off from the public. More than 300,000 people were displaced. Almost 40 years later, that same land is full of life. Wolves patrol the streets, wild horses graze in the fields, trees have swallowed entire buildings. But something else has been happening here. Radiation has been rewriting the genetic code of the plants and animals that call this place home. One of the strangest discoveries lives inside the ruined reactor itself. In the 1990s, scientists surveying the wrecked containment structure found colonies of black fungi thriving on its walls, in one of the most radioactive spots on the planet. The dominant species, Cladosporium sphaerospermum, is packed with melanin, the same pigment responsible for the color of human skin and hair. Researchers believe this melanin lets the fungus absorb ionizing radiation and convert it into usable energy, a process called radiosynthesis that works a little like photosynthesis but with radiation instead of sunlight. Eastern tree frogs in the zone are normally bright green, but biologists Pablo Barraco and German Orizaola found ponds full of frogs that were nearly pitch black. Sampling more than 200 frogs across a range of radiation levels, they found the darkest frogs clustered in areas that had the highest radiation back in 1986. The likely explanation is that melanin offered a survival edge. Frogs with darker skin at the time of the accident may have been slightly better protected from radiation damage. In about 10 frog generations, entire populations shifted from green to black, a rare case of natural selection caught in the act. Birds tell a harder story. Decades of work by Anders Mahler and Timothy Mousseau on barn swallows found higher rates of partial albinism, white patches breaking up what should be uniform dark plumage, along with smaller brains, more cataracts, tumors, and shorter lifespans in more contaminated areas. The likely cause is oxidative stress. Radiation generates reactive molecules inside cells, and birds with lower antioxidant levels are less able to neutralize the damage. Wolves may be writing the most promising chapter. Biologist Kara Love fitted Chernobyl wolves with GPS collars carrying radiation dosimeters and found that every day they are exposed to about 6 times the radiation considered safe for a human nuclear worker. Yet their population is estimated to be up to 7 times larger than in similar areas nearby. Chernobyl wolves show unusual immune changes and rapidly evolving DNA near genes linked to cancer and immunity. Scientists think radiation may be favoring wolves that are naturally better at surviving radiation damage. Understanding how they do this could eventually offer new insights into cancer and radiation damage in humans. But not everything about the zone points to resilience. Surveys have found significantly fewer butterflies, bumblebees, grasshoppers, dragonflies, and spiders in the most contaminated areas, even 20 years after the accident. Insects have short life cycles and are highly sensitive to environmental stress, which may explain why the losses show up more clearly here than in longer-lived animals. However, not all weird things in Chernobyl are due to radiation.